Welcome back to News Channel 5, everyone. A new development to report on the killing of 300 deer in the metro parks.
Another temporary restraining order granted to stop the ongoing reduction of the deer population. It's just happened within the last few hours. News Channel 5's Joe Paganakis joins us live from the newsroom with the latest. And Joe, I thought we had heard the last of this just a few weeks ago.
Many people did, Adam, but this order to suspend came down from Judge Celebrezzi in Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court just about an hour ago. It will suspend the shooting of some 300 deer in both the Brecksville and Bedford Heights reservations, and that will take place until at least Monday, so no shooting of deer through the holiday season. Now, on Monday, the group In Defense of Deer says it will present brand new evidence to reopen this battle, a battle that has been going on now for the past 2 years.
Well, there's not going to be any deer killed over the holiday season, and I know that's going to make a lot of people happy because Christmas is a time of peace, and more lives are going to be saved, because we did have word that, you know, there was possibly going to be some killing tonight on Christmas Eve.
Are you hoping that this will result in a permanent suspension in any way of this?
Sure we are, yeah. On Monday, when evidence is brought forth, we feel we have some very important evidence to prove what In Defense of Deer has been saying all along, you know, that the Cleveland Metro Parks do not have the scientific proof to be substantiating the slaughter of 300 deer.
And of course, we thought this was a closed case. Earlier this month, the Metro Parks winning a big ruling stating that the deer should be reduced as far as the population is concerned, simply because they were creating too much damage both in Brecksville and Bedford Heights. But now, Adam, it appears this case is once again reopened.
Joe, realize it's a holiday, but did the parks have anything to say about all this?
So far, we haven't been able to contact them. You can best be sure we'll hear from them either at 6 o'clock or at 11. And at 6 o'clock, we'll let you know exactly what that new evidence will be that will be presented by In Defense of Deer come this Monday.
Okay, Joe Paganakis in the newsroom. Thank you very much. Cleveland's police brass are going to be subject to random drug testing. An arbitrator ruled that the city can use drug tests on police sergeants, lieutenants, captains, and commanders. The arbitrator says testing is appropriate because 7 Cleveland police officers were convicted on drug conspiracy charges earlier this year. The city also wants to conduct drug tests on firefighters, police officers, and radio dispatchers.
There's an important automobile recall to tell you about. Nissan Motors is recalling more than 29,000 Infiniti Q45 cars. The voluntary recall involves Q45s manufactured from June 1990 through June 1992. They're being called back because the rear speaker amplifiers could develop a short circuit and cause a fire. Owners should avoid using their car stereos until they are repaired by Infiniti dealers.
Some sweet news for Solon this afternoon. Nestle USA plans to spend $30 million next year to expand its frozen food line. The move will create 109 full-time and 105 part-time jobs. Nestle is Solon's largest employer with a current workforce of nearly 2,000. Solon City Council will give Nestle a 10-year 75% tax abatement for new equipment.
A Columbus, Ohio man's Christmas wish has come true, sort of. Ron Shearer met a woman on South Bass Island last summer. He spent the next few days trying to figure out how to reach her, and he spent $1,500 on a full-page newspaper ad trying to locate this woman. Well, it worked. He found the woman who lives near Dayton. She called him last week. It's a great ending to the story. It sounds like it is, but wrong. The woman is dating someone else. Shearer says that's okay. It was worth the money just to talk to her again.
Isn't that always the case?
Guy.
Huh? She should marry him. He can pay the mortgage.
I know. Maybe she ought to reconsider who she's dating. You're right.
Let's
the mortgage payment, that's what counts.
Yeah, right. Is it good to you, babe? Anyway, let's check in again with Don on the weather. Don?
Boy, I wonder how much he'll spend on the one he finds to keep, huh?
Yeah, really.
It's going to be another whole different story. Okay, let's have a quick look now at our weather situation. And currently we have 25 degrees, humidity 43%, winds out of the west-southwest at 13, the barometer 30.41, and is steady. And you can see now that any bad travel conditions are confined to the south and the southeast. Within several hundred miles of the greater Cleveland area, you are in good shape traveling, particularly from Ohio west. All the roads are nice and clear and everything is looking good. And our forecast now looks like this. For tonight, 10 degrees, partly cloudy, a few flurries, winds out of the southwest at 10 miles an hour. And looking ahead now to tomorrow, just a great day for Christmas Day. We'll have a high tomorrow of 25 degrees and up to 30 degrees by late afternoon. Mostly sunny and milder, winds out of the southwest 10 to 15. So pretty good story.
Sounds good, Don. Thank you very much. It's the season of giving, and you can give the gift of life this Christmas. Just ahead, how your blood donation can help the American Red Cross and a person who may desperately need it.
And it's not too late to give to our Holiday Drive 5 campaign. Coming up, how your donation may help enrich the lives of children. Well, it's the time of year when we're all happy and cheerful with holiday activities.
That's a good way to put it, but this is also the time of year that the American Red Cross calls bah humbug for their blood bank. As Orlando Salinas reports, your help is needed more now than ever.
I felt a sharp pain go up my left arm and over into my chest.
11 years ago, Victor Hubany had the first of 3 heart attacks. Last September, he received a new heart, and that surgery meant several pints of donated blood.
I always donated blood at work for the Red Cross. We usually donate it every year, mine and a number of employees, because I felt it was very important to donate. Because it's happened in my family through the years. People have needed transfusions, and it was very important to me to do that.
But that's not how most people feel. Red Cross officials say only 5% of Americans that can donate blood do. Most of those people are probably worried about only one thing, and that is getting their Christmas shopping over and done with. And it's probably also a safe bet that for most of those people, the last thing on their mind is giving blood. That's just the way it is this time of year.
The need for blood is ongoing, and unfortunately, when people become busy with holiday activities and it's flu season, not as many donors turn out. So often, in the winter holidays, our supplies fall to critically low levels, and we do need people to come out.
It's so much of a different outlook on life, you know.
Victor says angels disguised as donors saved his life with their blood. Strangers gave Victor one more chance at life.
And I think it's very important that people understand how important it is to people like me to get another lease on life. Because
for News Channel 5, I'm Orlando Salinas.
And if you would like to donate some blood, contact the American Red Cross at 431-3010. They'll tell you where and how you can donate.
It is the season for giving, and many of you have opened your hearts to help change the lives of those less fortunate. It's all in support of News Channel 5's Holiday Drive 5 project. And because of that, a house is now a home. Thanks to a charitable donation from the Baxter Foundation, the children and staff of Providence House are feeling very blessed this holiday season.
The very generous 2-year grant of $100,000 from Baxter has enabled us to open our second home, Leo's House, where we can care for children newborn through age 2 that are coming out of abusive and neglectful situations.
Before Baxter stepped in, Leo's House had been closed since 1992 because of funding. But as you can see, the house is once again open to meet the needs of those children.
Not only are we caring for the needy, but they're helpless. They're children. And that in itself is motivating enough.
The grant also enabled Providence House to hire more child care workers like Deborah Wilson, who says that caring for the children is the best part of her job. But what's the most difficult?
The most difficult is when they leave. That's the most difficult one for me, but I'm able to handle it a little.
If you would like to help the 5 organizations in our Holiday Drive 5 campaign, please send a donation to the address you see right there on your screen. It is Holiday Drive 5 in care of Dollar Bank, P.O. Box 91069, Cleveland, 44101-3069, and we will repeat that address later on in the show.
An anonymous businessman who went from being homeless to a huge success story is spreading unique holiday cheer this year, and here's how. The Kansas City man is giving away $100 bills to anyone he thinks deserves it. Got to take her right here. Anyway, he's already given away $25,000 and is expected to give away $25,000 more by the end of Christmas.
Hey, that's the spirit of the season we like to hear about. Stay with us tonight for News Channel 5 at 6. The NBA is getting closer and closer to not having a season. How has the lockout affected downtown businesses? News Channel 5's Alan DePietro takes a look. And the holiday season means plenty of parties, but just saying when may not be enough when getting behind the wheel. How you can get a free ride home if you've had too much. Those stories and more tonight at 6.
Now it's Christmas Eve, so are you prepared to gift wrap? Coming up, some creative ways to decorate your packages.
She has graced television screens across the country for years. This afternoon, the baking world mourns the passing of Betty Crocker.
And it looks like the men trying to race around the world in a hot air balloon may just make it. We're going to update their progress next. Welcome back to News Channel 5 at 5. Here's a look at some of today's top stories. It's the last-minute shopping scramble. Clevelanders hit the malls today to purchase their final Christmas gifts. Some people we talked to say they didn't really need to buy gifts. They were window shopping for the big after-Christmas sales. That will begin on Saturday. Now, the rush wasn't only in the stores, but on the highways and at the airport as well. Motorists hit the roads by the thousands, traveling for the long holiday weekend. Thousands more jammed Cleveland Hopkins International Airport to catch a flight out of town. Many waited for flights that were either delayed or canceled because of wintry weather across the country. And Christmas came early to a lucky Ohioan. There is a lone winner in last night's Super Lotto drawing. The ticket was sold in Lancaster, a city about 30 miles southeast of Columbus. No word on who is holding that winning ticket, which is worth just under $20 million. Now, speaking of money, unless that's what you're giving for Christmas, you probably have gifts in all sorts of shapes and sizes to wrap. Tonya Strong is standing by now in one of our studios to help you out with that task. And Tonya, I got to show you something real quick. This was sent to us by Barbara Zamlin down in Brunswick, and it's from 1981. It is a TV5 eyewitness news game. This thing's a collector's item. How would we wrap this up?
You know something? Sarah Eames is going to help us with that in just a moment. But I could probably do that myself, Adam. I'll show you when I get back over there.
You're going to be put to the
All right, thanks. You know, maybe you're one of the people who struggles with the paper and the bows and the ribbon, and that's why you put it off until the very last minute, so you have an excuse when the package doesn't look so perfect. Well, no more excuses. One of our friends at American Greetings is here to help us out. Sarah Eames, as I mentioned before, is here with us. Good evening and happy holidays.
Thanks, you too, Tonya.
Thank you. You took time to be here even when you haven't wrapped all of your own packages at home. Well, before we actually wrap a package, you've got other ideas to avoid that whole scenario. Tell us about that, Sarah.
Well, I brought a few of the ultimate convenience products for folks like you and me who still have a little bit of wrapping to do.
Right.
But we have a few items here that will make it a cinch, and you can do it quickly. A couple of these items are made especially for individual products, and this is actually a CD holder, a CD wrap paper. You just open it up.
Self-sealing there? You got the...
Yes, slide it in. It's self-seal. You don't even need the tape. You could do it in the car.
Okay.
And this, this is gorgeous with
I
with
bought
a
few of these. I love those because guess what? You don't have to take the scissors now and pull it on out across the ribbon to make it all curly cute like that.
These are the wonderful curly bows. So they're similar products for videotape. And also, this is something new that I wanted to show you. This is a little gift envelope for theater tickets or gift certificates. And what's really cute, you can do the old tradition of hanging it on the Christmas tree.
That's sweet.
Or put it on top of another gift. If you have an add-on gift.
And a nice gift idea, too, theater tickets.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Also, when it comes to wrapping, you had a few ideas. Look how lovely this is. I've tried this myself. That way you don't have to worry about a whole lot of tape. Tell us about it.
That's right. Tissue paper is a wonderful lifesaver when it comes to the last-minute gifts or the stocking stuffers. And I thought we would just demonstrate with this little bug catcher here. We just took, what's really fun is if you take two colors of tissue and angle it a little bit, and you just scrunch it up like this.
Simple.
Yeah, spoof the corners.
And then look.
Yeah.
And we got your stars.
Yes, we have
the wiry stuff here.
This garland, and we can tie it around very quickly, and because it's wiry, it stays tight and closed for us. We can bow it up, add a little ornament, and there you have your gift.
Look, this is what you should do for all of your gifts if you don't want to wrap. Just put a lot of tissue paper around it and put these sprinkly things on it. These sparkly things, and it'll make it beautiful.
It's a beautiful statement right in the top of the stocking. You can also take a bottle. If you're taking a bottle of wine as a hostess gift, you can wrap a bottle just like that.
That's great.
But we thought we'd also show some of the gift bags because gift bags are such a great convenience item. Here we go, the bottle bag. Wonderful tissues. The tissues are so pretty that complement what we've got here.
We see the gift bags in various grocery stores and your larger stores, Walmart, Supermarts, Super Kmart, and so forth. But when we talk about wrapping a basic gift, a couple of tips before we say goodbye to you.
Yes, very quickly. I measure just by walking the gift along the paper, unless you would like to measure. Add 2 inches to what you've measured with the gift itself.
So that's what, about 3 times the size of the actual gift, or twice? What do you think? A little bit?
It's a little bit more than twice because you have the sides that you have to accommodate here. And then add 2 inches so that you can fold over the edge to make a nice clean edge.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go. And we just
Fold it on
Fold on
over
the
and tuck those
side.
edges
That's
in.
right.
Okay. So you don't have too much overlay.
That's right.
Good
and we
enough.
can do this side. Yeah.
All right, I think we got the idea, and we certainly appreciate you taking the time. And I love all of the various ideas for CDs and so forth, and I think that our viewers will too.
Well, thanks, Tonya.
Thank you. Sarah Eames with American Greetings, and we hope we helped you out tonight as you wrap those gifts at the last minute. Back to you, Adam.
Thanks, Tonya. Thanks, Sarah. Well, there is tragedy this Christmas Eve to report as a deadly accident claims the lives of people on a holiday excursion. That story tops your world today. A bus carrying New York City residents to Atlantic City overturned on the Garden State Parkway this morning in New Jersey. Police say 8 people are dead. Many more have been injured. It's not clear if weather was a factor in that accident, but 2 inches of snow had fallen on the area overnight. The woman who helped America bake someone happy has died at the age of 93. The original television Betty Crocker actress Adelaide Hawley Cumming played the cheerful homemaker who baked cakes for General Mills in the 50s and early 1960s. A General Mills spokesperson says that Cumming was once the second most recognized woman in America next to Eleanor Roosevelt. They survived flying over China, but a weather pattern developing over the Pacific Ocean has the support team for those round-the-world balloonists a bit nervous. The trio has just passed the halfway point and the start of what's described as the most hazardous point of their journey. The 3 men are trying to make it to North America by crossing the Pacific. Sometime tomorrow, they hope to be over Washington State or southern Canada. Great news this afternoon about the world's only surviving octoplids. Doctors say all but one may be breathing on their own within a few days. The overwhelmed father made his first public comments about all of this today.
I'm excited and grateful to God for giving us these blessings. You know, me and my wife are very elated, and we thank God. We thank the doctors, the therapists, and nurses that made this possible.
You think it's actually set in just yet? 8 kids. The infants remain on ventilators and are in critical condition, but doctors are optimistic about their survival.
Well, we mentioned earlier in this newscast about how everyone is scrambling at the stores for last-minute gifts. Now a unique look at holiday shopping through the lens of News Channel 5 cameraman Tom Doe.
Why are you guys out here so late?
Because we're last minute.
Why do you do this?
We're procrastinators. I don't know.
How about you?
She likes the thrill of it all.
Doing my Christmas shopping, doing it all in 1 minute, last minute.
Do I wait till last minute?
Sure do.
What?
Shopping for the wife.
Is that gonna fit her?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you know, I was looking at some gift packages back there with sweet and sour sauce in it. And Christmas is kind of sour right now because I have to shop, but it'll be sweet in the morning when I open my presents up.
Not these. Not these. Not these either.
Ma'am, why are you here today?
To get a last-minute gift for my mom's husband, my stepdad.
Why are you here?
I brought my wife.
Always wait till last minute, every year.
Recommend this to other people?
No.
Why is that?
Because it's a wet bad house out there.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Feliz Navidad and Prospero Año.
Hi, Mom. Merry Christmas. Hi, Mom. Merry Christmas.
How sweet.
I love the guy in there. What? What? What?
You know, it's such a headache, though, all the stress when you wait till the last minute.
Well, procrastination of any sort is a problem.
Yeah, some people, though, actually.
Wait till the very, very last minute.
Yeah, well, they get excited about that, the very fact that they made it.
Oh, yeah, the adrenaline rush and the
yeah.
deadline. It's like journalists. You know, you're working under deadline, and if you don't make it, you lose your job.
but if you do, a sense of accomplishment.
Right.
Okay, it is the most popular toy this Christmas. You know what we're talking about, those gremlin-looking things. Coming up next, a mother who got her hands on 2 Furbies and gave one away for a good cause.
But first, Dawn's back with another look at the weather.
Well, he is the hot item on many Christmas lists, and he is pretty hard to find these days.
Well, if you got some old carpet, just ball it up and put some eyes on it. As Brian McIntyre tells us, a local woman gave a few hundred people one last chance to have a Furby doll while raising money for a few good causes.
8:30 this morning, people showed up at Great Lakes Mall for a last-minute shot at one of these, an elusive Furby doll. How many were available? Just one. And Terry Davis had it. But it wasn't for sale, even though she had another one.
And I had to figure out what to do with the other. And, well, all my daughter's friends, they were wanting it. And how do you make a choice like that? So we decided to donate it and raise money for a good cause and kind of do a give back for the holidays.
As you can probably imagine, Terry got all kinds of calls from folks willing to pay hundreds of dollars for her Furby doll. But the only way you had a shot was if you had one of these. With the help of local volunteers, Terry sold more than 700 of these raffle tickets at $1 a pop. Believe it or not, these folks were not looking to Furby to make some quick money. You're not going to sell it? No. It's worth a lot of money. I don't care. What are you going to do if you win?
Give it to him.
You're going to give it to this guy here, huh?
Of course.
But young Jack Piasek won't be getting a Furby for his first Christmas. The winner is
John Koval from Willoughby Hills.
That's this guy. Now, he wasn't on hand to receive his prize, but this is a shot of him at the mall a few days ago. We spoke with him today, and he was happy to have won. No hard feelings, right?
I feel fine. I feel happy for the person who did win. I hope they enjoy it.
At Great Lakes Mall, Brian McIntyre, News Channel 5.
I'm telling you, old carpet and some eyes, and you're in like Flint. Proceeds from the Furby auction will be divided between the East Lake Police Athletic League, Forbes House, and the Lake County DARE program.
A Lorraine girl also gave up her Furby doll for Christmas. 10-year-old Jenna Walker had her heart set on the furry 5-inch toy. She gave the doll to the family of Carol Wilkerson. Wilkerson was suffering from cancer, and she needed help with the medical bills. The Furby was raffled at a Sam's Club where they raised $1,700. Sadly, Wilkerson died the day after the raffle. And on another note, the voice of Furby's mother lives right here in Northeast Ohio. Coming up tonight on News Channel 5 at 11, a rare treat. Ana Garcia has a chat with the voice of Furby's mother.
That is old carpet talk. I'm really hung up on this carpet thing.
I know. We'll have to let that part go. I just don't see them as being that cute, these little Furbies. But once they say it's hot, you're right. Once it's marketed, they say, we gotta have it.
We think too hard about how to make $1 million. The next dumb idea you get, market it.
Yeah.
Right?
That's the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
That way I can pay for my son's college education.
That's right. By the time he's ready for college, it's going to be $1 million.
Right. That's right. Okay, weather time again. And everybody's going to be happy with this weather forecast. If you're traveling, it's going to be great. If you're staying home, it's going to be great. Let's check it right now and find out what we have. First of all, a look at the city from Chopper 5. And it's a good night to be up there, overlooking all the lights of the city. We have clear skies, 25 degrees, not too windy. Might be a little cold up there where they are, but nevertheless, nice look at the greater Cleveland area. That's the view that Santa will get a little bit later on tonight. All right, right now we have 26 degrees at Cedar Point, 25 at Lorraine, 24 at Medina, 23 at Akron, Boston Mills 26, Alpine Valley 22, Great Lakes Science Center 25. Off to the airport we go. And the official reading at the airport right now is 23, down a couple of degrees. Humidity 48%, winds out of the west at 13, barometer steady at 30.42 inches. And our high today was a little bit more comfortable than yesterday. 26 was our high, 13 our low. Normals for the day, 35 and 22. Sunrise time tomorrow, 7:52, and the sun will set Christmas Day at 5:03. We don't have anything in the way of precipitation to concern us here in the greater Cleveland area. It's pretty well cleared out. Still just a lingering few little flurries up around northeastern Ohio, but nothing that's going to cause anybody any problems. Travel conditions are very, very good. With the exception of the southeast. If you're going down there, mixture of rain and snow continues down there, but everything's going to be moving away, and as it does, that means that we'll have high pressure filling in, some sunshine tomorrow, and things are really going to be looking good through Christmas Day. So if you're going to be out and about and traveling tomorrow, not to worry. Tonight, we will have 10 degrees, partly cloudy, a few flurries in the eastern suburbs, winds out of the southwest at 10 miles an hour, and the outlook now for tomorrow, just a beautiful day for Christmas Day. We'll have mostly sunny skies, a milder day, winds out of the southwest at 10 to 15, a high of 30 degrees. And now, let's check the next 5 days and see what we have. 30 will be our high tomorrow with mostly sunny skies, and then on Saturday, chance of a few flurries in 35, Sunday about the same, and 40, Monday about the same conditions, but up to 42, and then Tuesday, a chance of that snow changing to a little bit of rain and 42 degrees. We can do without that.
That's the messy stuff,
Yeah,
the
hopefully
slushy.
we'll keep it cold enough and just keep it a little bit of snow.
Put the freeze on that.
That's the idea.
Thanks,
That's it.
Don.
Thank you, Dawn. Well, it doesn't appear to be a very Merry Christmas for NBA players. Can't guess why, right? Just ahead in sports, Bill Boronkay with a reality check as the deadline looms for canceling the whole season.
And later, a North Ridgeville man spreads a little holiday cheer throughout hurricane-ravaged Honduras.
Did you know that at one time Cleveland had the largest Hungarian population outside of Budapest?
I have heard that.
And
that is my heritage, but if I have any doubts, I just go to Don Webster because he clues me in on all of this.
We were talking about
Don
this during
teaches
the
you a
commercial
lesson
break.
about your heritage.
He teaches me about my life.
But what does this have to do with sports?
Not much, but it's kind of a slow day in sports. So, and you know, if there was NBA, if there was a season, we'd have something to talk about Christmas Day.
Right.
After you get done with all your presents and good feelings, you can watch Charles Barkley throw an elbow into someone's mouth in the spirit of Christmas. But not this year. The solution to the NBA lockout? Forget David Stern's drop-dead date of January 7th. Lock the commission in a room with union leader Billy Hunter and make them watch It's a Wonderful Life until it hits them just how lucky these millionaires are. Like the league and the players haven't had their own Clarence looking over their shoulder for years. Still, just when you think these guys are a bunch of, well, Mr. Potters and Nikes, there are some signs that the Christmas spirit still lives in the NBA. Santa doesn't arrive in a limo. Then again, David Stern didn't drop off any presents after his late-night meeting with Billy Hunter. While there's no stirring on the court, plenty of noise is made off the floor.
Not having basketball at all this year, it makes me look forward to doing things like this right here. And this is what I'm about. I'm about coming back out here and giving back to the community. And not having basketball has made me realize how much more important that is.
Out of work, the NBA's new game, spreading holiday cheer.
It's a great program. Hopefully we're making a lot of people happy and putting some sneaks on their feet and a smile on their face at Christmas time.
You get well soon, okay? Yeah, eat your spinach, right? They give you ice cream? They do? Ooh.
The menu, bring good wishes to the less fortunate. The most enjoyable portion, it's got to be working with the country's youth.
When you do things like this for younger people, and they get to come and see something that normally they wouldn't get to see it, it's a positive experience for them, and hopefully they take something away from it and use it to their advantage.
You know, sometimes we take life for granted day by day, and you get a chance to see some of these people who are certainly a lot less fortunate than we have been, and hopefully you can give them something that's worthwhile for them in the short time you're here.
That's fine. The back is big.
The skills may not look as polished, but at least for a couple of weeks, some million-dollar men get a taste of the real world, something money can't buy.
Well, I think anytime you have an opportunity to help the community, it's your responsibility. As an ex-player, as a player, or as a coaching staff, it's our responsibility to let them know that we do care about them, especially at this time of the year. You know, you're talking about Christmas, you're talking about a time of the year where you should be giving.
When you give to somebody, everybody benefits, not just the person who's receiving. The people who give also get something out of it, and you get this real warm feeling inside. I call it that championship feeling, you know, and we've had it on the basketball court, but we could have it, you know, really every day of the year just by giving.
So it lives. One thing we want to add is the NBA has been doing this stuff every year. It's not just now that they have time, but they go out at this time of year and help everyone out.
And we want to highlight the positive things because, unfortunately, we hear about the negative things all too often.
And right now, we're not hearing about much from those guys.
That's true. We're hearing a lot about hockey, though, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks.
Time's running out for you to donate to our Holiday Drive 5 campaign, and a reminder is coming up on how you can give.
And a North Ridgeville man is giving his time for those in need in Central America, helping Honduras when we return.
While in Cleveland, guests of the Morning Exchange and News Channel 5 at 5 stay at the luxurious Renaissance Cleveland Hotel, Cleveland's premier hotel.
Just a reminder that tomorrow is the last day for you to give to our Holiday Drive 5. And if you want to donate, you can send your donation to this address you see right on your screen. It'll help 5 charities in our area that really need your help. So again, if you're looking for something you can donate in the name of a family member or someone you care about, Holiday Drive 5 is a great way to say Merry Christmas this holiday season. A North Ridgeville family is proud as can be this holiday, too.
Although their son, an Air Force sergeant, won't be home for the holidays, Judy and Jerry McClish know that Jeff is helping people in need. Michael Satoni has the story in this Rescuing Honduras update.
The pictures from Honduras are familiar to you by now. The damage from Hurricane Mitch will take years to repair. And among the first to arrive to help rescue Hondurans, Air Force Tech Sergeant Jeff McClish of North Ridgeville. Jeff knows the U.S. military presence has eased the pain of the Honduran people.
From where I stand, we deal in airlift and moving people and cargo on a daily basis, so this is just another day for us, really, as far as moving things out. We have the people trained and know what they got to do, so from our standpoint, it has gone much better.
Going to utilize that lumber for future construction, over.
Thank you. 76 out.
Air Force soldiers from Howard Air Force Base in Panama have spent more than a month in Honduras. McClish is a career military man with 15 years in. He has a love for this kind of humanitarian duty.
We do things contingency, or we've gone to war or whatever, but to do something nice and help folks out, especially when those that have less than you, it's a good thing to do, and it makes you feel good inside when you're done.
Jeff is 35 now. He graduated from North Ridgeville High and earned 4 Gulf War medals from the 1991 showdown with Saddam Hussein.
I talked with Jeff's dad, Jerry, on the phone, and he's very proud of his son, and he says that Jeff will retire in 5 years after a 20-year career in the military serving his country. From the newsroom, Michael Satoni, News Channel 5.
Jeff has served in Korea and Okinawa. His duty in Panama is to prepare Howard Air Force Base for its transfer to the Panamanian government.
Thank you for joining us for News Channel 5 at 5.
And the news continues with News Channel 5 at 6.